Hello, happy Friday. How is everyone today? No coffee today. I've already finished it this morning and moved on to water. So, sorry, my leg's itching. Look at me, just all over the place. Let's talk about brows. Now, brows are the big thing. Some like them bold, some like them more natural, whatever. Do you, boo? Whatever you like. Y'all like my fishtails? I have hair. It just looks weird. Drama, give me fishtail pigtails. So brows is something I've struggled with, and you see, I have brows, but they're certainly not even, and they're just yeah. So I got brow stencils. Um, there's 5 different shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They come on a card. Pick your size. Pick what you like. But a couple of tips. What's up, Danny? A couple of tips for choosing. Now, I'm a 5. I'm brow shape 5. So let me put the rest of these up. There is a couple of tricks to picking your, let's do it on this side so it's not backwards for y'all. How's that? So you'll see, can you see those lines on there? There's 1, 2, 3. Now these lines are going to help you shape your brow, and that's how you find your perfect shape. So let's use this pencil here, or brush. That's where your brow needs to start. All right. Go to the outside of your iris. Make sure it's touching your nose. That's where your arch should be. And then from your nose to the outer corner of your eye, that's where your brow should end. So what that does is that fits it over your eyes correctly. And this has those markings on there. So you put it up there. Let's hold it and see how these match up. Perfect. That one's a little off, and I'll show you how to fix that. And that one's perfect. All right. So these, it's hard to see, but there is a piece of plastic here in the center. See that? Most all stencils have that. So you do the first half, and then you reposition that second half to put this marking right here where your arch should be. So like here, if I'm measuring for my arch from your nose to the outside of your iris, a little mark there. It'll wipe off. Use your blending bud and cover it. It's good. So you'll see this one's a little off. So once I do my first half, I'll move that over and position it to do my second. Watch, I'll show you. I have spent some time checking into this because brows is something that I have struggled with. So I'm using the medium brow palette and the brow brush. It has an angled edge and a flat edge. I'll wipe that off a little bit. Looks like Drama's been into it. I just hit my phone. Y'all see that bounce? Woo! So line it up in your brow and hold it. Hey, Susan, how are you? So you just hold it there. It's kind of weird and awkward at first. And you got to find out where to hold your fingers, keep them out of your way. So I'm dipping it in the lighter color. You'll see there's a medium and a dark brown, or a light and a dark brown, whatever, however you want to say it. I'm using the medium color first to fill this in. And you don't have to fill it. If your brow is a little bit smaller than that, you don't have to fill it all the way. Does that make sense? You don't have to have an edge. fill in your brow. That's all you're doing. All right. So we're going to line up here and here. So that's aligned with my mark. And then fill that in. I'm going to realign because that one, I don't know, looks a little weird. Susan, I think brows is what a lot of people struggle with. It takes a lot of time to learn how to do brows. All right, so see how that one's pretty good? I don't have much of a natural arch, so I leave it that way. But look at the difference. Afterwards, I use a spoolie that just come apart. It's an old brow liner brush. But I use this spoolie. And this here is a setting wax. Just get a little on my spoolie and brush it out to set it. And that will also, if you have one spot that's a little darker than normal, it will even that out a little bit. You know, it'll kind of blend it in, blend it out. Now, you might have been wondering when I showed you what these two are. These are highlights. You can use, this one goes above, and this one goes below. I don't typically use the pink above. I don't highlight above at all, but I do take a little bit of this cream color. It's really kind of it's creamy. It's a cream color, but it's really iridescent as well. And you want to use a small, thin brush. And just, you don't want to highlight the whole eye, just right underneath there on that brow bone. Thank you, Susan. I would love an arch. I don't have an arch, but you can create your own arch. I'm fine with the way they are, so I don't. So when you're done with that eye, you just wipe it off and do the next one. Okay? I like to finish one eye and then the next. So I have, this is, what color is this? I think it's proper. It is. Proper brown liner. I'm going for a very neutral look today because I got a pretty bold lip on. And then throw your liner. I'm just doing liner and mascara today. I'm not doing any eyeshadow because I just didn't want to. So there's that. For the longest time, I didn't think brows mattered. I really didn't. I was like, no, my brows are perfect. I don't need anything. But then I done my brows. I finally bit the dust, or bit the bullet, I guess is the right word I'm looking for, and bought the brow palette. We had probably had this brow palette out for a year before I got it. And then I bought it, and I had it for several months before I used it. I was scared to death. I want to walk around and look like I had two giant caterpillars. Was that Brittany? I for real did not want to walk around looking like I had two giant caterpillars sitting on top of my head. So, waited a year to buy the palette, and then waited months to use it. The very first day I used it, I get to work, immediately got a compliment on my brows. It's like, okay. So I started doing my brows a little bit more, but I started looking at pictures when I didn't and pictures when I did, and I was shocked. All right, I'm going to get rid of our mark line. Now, ladies. So see, look at the difference. My eyes look awake, ready to go, and this brow just frames my face so much better. Don't you think? Y'all like it? What do you think? This was my first time ever using the stencil, if that's not obvious. First time ever using the stencil. I've been freehanding it for a while, and I struggled to get them even, and decided I needed the stencils. And glad I got them. That brow looks pretty on point. Yay! All right. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. Kudos this month includes the brow palette, liner, the brow brush, and what else? Oh, mascara. Mascara. Who doesn't love mascara? I mean, come on now. Look at this. All right. I'm gone. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Brittany and Susan, get together, but be nice. Brittany, that's hysterical. Brows are the boobs of the face. Okay. Who knew? Now you know. Bye, guys. Have a great one.